Welcome back to Science 2.0. Today we will be discussing the flat Earth, which is an astonishing, flawless theory I've discovered lately through coming to a flat Earth conference and learning more about the incredible flat world that we live on. Before I went to the conference, I did not know that the world is a flat disk, or that the United Nations keeps people from traveling across Antarctica because Antarctica is actually a giant ice disk wall around the edge of the world, and nobody is allowed to cross it or go off it. I also learned, of course, that all images and photos of the Earth are fake, as well as all videos and all videos of astronauts. They're all fake. Earth is actually very flat, much like this tennis racket here. And as you can see, here's New Zealand. Here's Saskatchewan up here. Now, this is an accurate model. I have gone, I don't know, at least about 20 feet above ground, and even from up there, there is no curvature. The horizon is flat, and I just can't imagine the world being round because the whole thing is flat. Also, if the world was round, our shoes would be curved. And since they're not, therefore we can deduce that the world is flat. For instance, look at this. Flat, flat. Even the lines on this racket are flat. Everything is designed to be flat and non-curved. This is because the world upon which we live is in fact flat. Yes, I have discovered this. It is amazing that they have managed to pull the wool over our eyes for so long, but yes, the world is flat, and this is because you just can't see any curvature. And if you pull out a pair of binoculars and look through them, you can actually see all the way to China. I've done it myself several times. But aside from that, there are just so many gaping holes in the globe Earth model. Like, for instance, why don't we fall off it? Or if we're hurtling around space in the solar system around the sun, why don't we feel any movement? They say we're going like 20,000 miles an hour or whatever. I don't feel any movement. I'm not on a roller coaster. Okay, but think about this. This basketball here is like a round Earth, okay? So this is the ridiculous round Earth, which could just at any minute fall to the ground like this. But picture water. If I poured water on top of this basketball, the water would drip off of it, right? It would drip off of it like melting off an icicle. Now compare that, of course, to the incredible tennis racket. Water would stay on this. This is how the oceans exist, because water stays on flat surfaces and it doesn't stay on round spherical surfaces such as this ball. I've tried to make an ocean in the small divots and crevices of this basketball, and it doesn't work because this basketball has gravity, and gravity pulls water down. So if you drip water onto the top of this basketball, it'll just go down. Yeah, nothing happens with this basketball. But if you put water on this tennis racket, water can stay on this tennis racket. So this is a really incredible discovery, that the world is flat, they've just pulled the wool over our eyes and made us believe that the world is round. And the government really needs to come out about it. And so many people believe this. They are really into it. A lot of people have pledged their whole lives to proving that the world is in fact flat. They don't send up rockets or anything, or look at the Earth from outside, because that could be fake evidence. In that case, if anyone takes pictures of the round Earth from outside, they would be ostracized thoroughly by the rest of us intelligent flat Earth believers. But instead of doing that, they go to NASA, they go to Mission Control, Cape Canaveral, harass people, interrogate people, bother people, just to get the truth to come out about how the Earth is not like other planets and is in fact flat, much like this tennis racket. It's really an incredible ruse that they've managed to make us think we're living on this giant ball. That's not the way that Judas created the Earth. The Earth is not a ball with continents compacted by gravity inward. And it's not hurtling around this sun, because if it was, I'd feel movement, and also I'd fall off it. It's a ball. You fall off spherical things. Instead, the world is flat. I have seen the horizon, and I have seen Jesus, and this is what the horizon actually looks like. Totally flat, no curvature, and you can see things that are very far away with just good binoculars. Some people say you can't see beyond the horizon. You can. You just have to get better binoculars. So the world is like this tennis racket, moist, spongy, fleshy, and kind of like John Leguizamo. So anyway, this is just an incredible ruse that NASA has pulled over everyone. And also, they don't allow you to step off the edge of the world, which is down in Antarctica. I mean, it's just simple geometry, and also mathematics, and, spatial integrity. And how it works is they don't let you walk off the edge of the world. You can't go to Antarctica and walk across it or fly across it, because they'll control where you go and they'll control what you see. And that's why the Elon Musk car video was also faked. Now look at this incredible piece of geometry. Say there's a plane right here above the fake globe Earth, which is ridiculous. If there's a plane and it's traveling along here like zoop, it can't, adjust itself to go down along the curvature of the Earth. It's gonna fly right off into space if it's flying in a straight line along this ridiculous globe Earth. In that case, everyone on board would die. Likewise, if I was driving my car along this globe Earth, I would, drive off into space. Same goes if I was walking. I'd walk into space. And since that doesn't happen, the truth is that the world is entirely flat. It's flat like a tennis racket, and that's why you can't walk off it into space, and everything NASA has said is fake. It's very cold out here, which I assume it means the rapture is near. The Earth is flat. It's a flat disk rotating among large celestial pebbles that we call planets. They're actually planets are actually in a dome above the world. there actually is no outer space, and NASA has lied to us about this because they're inherently evil and don't want us to know the truth about the flatness of the Earth, and that anywhere you walk is just flat, and you just walk forever and it's flat, and you can't fall off a flat Earth. You know, you can fall off a globe Earth, and there can't be oceans on a globe Earth because the water would fall off. Water is flat, the land is flat, everywhere it is flat. There are no curves, you know, and John Leguizamo, it's time for a fun fact. NASA photoshops all their photos. Originally, they're photos of John Leguizamo. Okay, this has been Science 2.0 about the flat Earth. Goodbye. Thank you and good night.